Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty cool things to go over. More Pokemon Legends EA leak updates have dropped. We have a ton of new Pokemon events that have been announced, and as well as that we have some new potential hints towards a new Nintendo Switch 2 game. There's a lot of things to take a look at today, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at some new Pokemon events and announcements. The first one is to do with Pokemon Legends EA. They are giving us more wallpapers for our mobile phone screens. They are just doing so much of this. It's kind of crazy. They're doing like the starters, the main protagonist, and now they're doing other characters as well. So we've got Pokemon UK tweeting out saying, grab mobile wallpapers of a few of the cast from Pokemon Legends EA. Yes, we made one featuring Emma. So these are the new wallpaper screens that you can get. So you can get Naveen, Lida or Liza, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, Mabel, Corbo, and Emma as well. So you can just go and download all these if you want. Like I said, they've already done like Mega Evolutions and stars and stuff like that. So I feel like they're just going to do a ton of wallpapers for like a ton of new characters and Pokemon and stuff in Pokemon Legends EA. But anyway, that's that update. Moving on, we have this update to go over by Cerebi, saying Cerebi update, Pokemon Home is to add new medals for various Pokelids across Japan, starting tomorrow on the 1st of August at 9 AM JST. So if you are in Japan, then you can get these cool new kind of medals for Pokemon Home by, I guess, scanning these Pokelids or something like that. It's only in Japan, unfortunately. It'd be cool if it was everywhere, but yeah, it's just in Japan at the moment. Moving on, we have an update for Pokemon Cafe Remix. So we've got Cerebi tweeting out saying the next Pokemon Cafe Remix delivery focus has been revealed. It adds Totodile's Rowdy Crew outfit to the game. This runs from tomorrow, the 1st of August 2025. Because it is the 1st of August as well, we're also going to have like new Scarlet and Violet kind of ranked battle tournament tomorrow, because they always do that at the start of the month and everything like that. But either way, just going off topic a little bit. But that's the Cafe Remix update. Then we also have this update for Pokemon TCG Pocket. So Cerebi update, Pokemon TCG Pocket's new ranked match season, Season A4, has begun. This runs until the 25th of August 2025. And then finishing things off, the last kind of update regarding miscellaneous Pokemon games for today's video, we have an update for Pokemon Go. So Cerebi has tweeted out saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon Go Origin Raid Day has been announced. This runs on the 10th of August from 11 AM to 5 PM local time. So that's going to obviously feature Origin Form Dialga, Origin Form Palkia as well. But either way, those are all of the recent updates and events announced for various different Pokemon games. Coming up next, let's take a look at some new leak updates for Pokemon Legends EA. So there have been some advancements in regards to character leaks for the upcoming Pokemon game. So we did have Ball Guy tweet out a couple of things regarding a couple of the characters, which we now all know the answers to. But either way, he posted this saying Iono 2 Quiz Whiz and then a big F. And then he also posted this as well with 2 dead NAs at the bottom of Prism Tower. So this was kind of like, I guess, a little bit of a riddle, a little bit like what Riddle Aku does. But either way, he posted these things. We've like kind of cracked them down though and now know what he was on about. And there have been updates to the character sheet supplied by Pearl Enthusiast, should I say. And we basically just have updates on the on some of the characters. So there's no updates to Jet or Vinny, I don't believe. We've already covered those in previous videos. I think the main updates are to Canary, Tarragon, Mega Phalanx user, and Mega Hawlucha user as well, because there's not been any updates to AZ. Yeah, no updates to Sycamore either. So these are new character leak updates for Pokemon Legends EA. So obviously, you know, if you don't want it spoiled, then move on from this part of the video. But if you do, then I assume if you're still watching at this point, you obviously want to know. But anyway, we've got Canary. So they are going to be rank F in the Legends ZA kind of Royale thing. So they are going to be someone that I guess you take on later on in the game, because F is quite close to the beginning of the alphabet and we are running down from Z to A. So Canary is going to be rank F in the ZA Royale. She runs something called the Quiz Whiz along with Tarragon. So Tarragon is the name of, I think, her grandfather or a father or something like that. But that is another new character that we have not been introduced yet. There are a lot of new characters that we still have no idea about officially. Like, we only just got introduced to like Corbeau and stuff. And that's just kind of like one small character in all of these different ones and stuff. But anyway, she has something called the Quiz Whiz, so I don't know if she's going to be a sort of like streamer like Iono, because, you know, they go and say people who like Iono's design are going to like her. So I don't know if she's like a streamer as well. Maybe she is, and her kind of streaming show is the Quiz Whiz. But either way, she hosts that with Tarragon, or she runs something called the Quiz Whiz, and then she also uses Mega E Electros. So that's just going to be one of the, a little bit like Corbeau, where you fight him in the ZA Royale. He's got Arbok, Mega Scolipede, stuff like that. It's going to be the same situation with Canary, and she has Mega E Electros. And then we have Tarragon, which is Canary's, so it's been confirmed to be Canary's grandfather now. He works as a miner. He's very enthusiastic about scaffolding and construction, and he uses a Mega Excadrill. So those are the updates regarding those two characters. So Tarragon and Canary are going to be, I guess you take them on around the same time, but Tarragon isn't going to be part of the ZA Royale. That's just Canary. And then we also move on to the Mega Phalanx user and the Mega Hawlucha user as well. So Mega Phalanx user, so she is a fighting specialist, and the Justice Dojo is one of the promotion matches. So the Justice Dojo is going to be something that we take on as a promotion match. So just like rank F in the ZA Royale for Canary, another sort of like promotion kind of match situation is going to be this Justice Dojo, and we're going to be taking on somebody there. She uses a Mega Phalanx, and there's also another fighting specialist as well, and she uses Mega Hawlucha. And yeah, it goes on to say the Justice Dojo is one of the promotion matches. So that's kind of the updates regarding Canary, Tarragon, and the Mega Phalanx on Hawlucha user. Something called the Justice Dojo is also going to be in the game. And that is going to be something that we take on at some point. I don't know what rank that's going to be, but yeah, Canary is going to be quite close to the end of the game, because A, B, C, D, E, F. So that's what, 6 letters into the alphabet. So yeah, there's going to be only a few characters to defeat after Canary. But either way, those are kind of the updates regarding the new characters for Pokemon Legends ZA. Moving on, we also have some other leaks to go over regarding other Pokemon Mega Evolutions, stuff like that. So this is a tweet from Ball Guy that he posted on the 26th of July. This is regarding Mega Starmie. So basically somebody posted some fan art on what Mega Starmie could look like, and Ball Guy posted saying, unfortunately not close. We've already seen the Mega Starmie image anyway. I can't show it because it's an actual leaked image from the game, but I'm sure you've probably seen it if you're keeping up to date with these videos. And basically we've got Ball Guy saying, you know, it's literally just slightly longer legs and arms with a slightly lighter purple. So this is Mega Starmie right now. So longer legs, longer arms, slightly lighter purple. The AI generated mesh of it is what you're getting one-to-one. It also kicks around in battle, and then they go and say it's hilarious, really. So I guess whilst you're idling, maybe, I mean you can't really idle in this game because it's real-time battling. So maybe as Starmie runs around the field or whatever to dodge certain moves, is kicking, maybe, I don't really know, but yeah, either way, apparently it kicks during battle, and apparently it's quite hilarious as well, and that comes from Ball Guy and Ball Guy's source. And then as well as that, he also posted this saying, expect FSR2 for ZA, and this was a reply to Central Leaks saying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet appears to be using DLSS on Switch 2. Notice the shimmering around the glasses. We've already covered this in the past, but yeah, Ball Guy basically replied to this. So FSR2 is basically just like upscaling technology, and that's what it's going to be used for Pokemon Legends ZA, to basically make it look better, and make it look like a, I guess, a more colourful game, a more vibrant game, makes the game just look a lot nicer. So that's just some more leaks there from Ball Guy. Like I say, he knows a lot more, but obviously he's just kind of like giving it to us slowly in terms of news drops, I guess. Obviously, Pokemon themselves have been very, very bad with it. You know, we obviously got the Pokemon Presents where they only showcased one Mega Evolution, and the game's coming out in 3 months. Again, there's supposed to be like 30 odds, so the fact we've only seen one and the game's coming out in less than 3 months is absolutely ridiculous. But either way, yeah, Ball Guy hopefully I mean, he's probably not going to like leak images and stuff, but I think that he will keep giving us like I say, information like this with the kind of characters and stuff like that, which is fine because, you know, we don't know what they look like, we just know what they're going to be able to do and stuff. Like, you know, Corbeau was leaked before the Pokemon Present, so we know that this is all true. In regards to the Mega Evolutions as well, we know that is all true as well. But either way, those are all of the Pokemon Legends ZA leak updates that I wanted to go over for today's video. Finishing things off, we have a new post here regarding a new Nintendo Switch 2 game or a new Nintendo Switch game or whatever coming out relatively soon, you'd expect. This is a rumor posted from Stealth saying, rumor, a retailer from Malaysia provided more information on Splatoon Raiders. So it's going to have a 2025 release, focus on adventure and exploration, more of a story element. There's going to be a new quest system, and there's also going to be the mechanic, which is a player who is skilled in mechanical modification. And then also we've got Stealth saying, I'm not immediately discounting Splatoon Raiders in 2025. I thought it'd be early to mid 2026 at the latest. Kirby Air Riders, Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon Legends EA, Splatoon Raiders, and maybe Hyrule Warriors 3 ending Switch 2's first 6 months would be nuts. So this is a bit more information about this on the Go Nintendo tweet page. But like I say, obviously we got the Nintendo third-party direct today. It wasn't really anything special. We weren't really expecting anything from it. But the fact that there's games like this, you know, there's Splatoon Raiders, there's Metroid, there's Kirby, all these games that need a release date, and they just didn't drop a first-party direct. Like, they're probably gonna have a first-party direct in September, but is that too like close to a release of a game in 2025? If they announce something in September and then they release something in like November or December, that's only a couple of months away from the announcement. So I feel like anything they announce in that first party direct is just going to come out in 2026. So yeah, really the games that are going to carry the Switch 2 into the next year are all Switch 1 games, because Legends EA is a Switch 1 game, Metroid's a Switch 1 game. You know, the only big games that they've got out are Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza, which are great, but they're, you know, they don't have a holiday release. So yeah, Pokemon is big enough, and Metroid is going to do very, very well to kind of carry this console in. But you'd think that they would have announced, I don't know, a couple of more big games to really get people to wanting to buy the Nintendo Switch 2, because both of those games are available on the Switch 1. So if people don't want to go out and buy a Switch 2, they don't actually have to. Anyway, going off topic, this is the Splatoon Raiders situation. So back in June, Nintendo revealed Splatoon Raiders, a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive. In the role of a mechanic, players will go on an adventure in the mysterious Spiralite Islands, or something like that, alongside the Splat-tacular Deep Cut Trio. So that's pretty much the only information we got on the game when it was revealed. But today might be our second information dump thanks to a retail listing. So a retailer in Malaysia has provided an updated listing for Splatoon Raiders, and while it doesn't show a release date, it does include a few tidbits that Nintendo hasn't shared. Please note that we aren't sure if this information is legitimate, which is why we have marked it as a rumor. So yeah, they go on to say 2025 release, which again, this game has been announced, so I guess if they did drop a Nintendo Direct in September, and then they announced that this game was coming out like November, December, that wouldn't be too bad because this was already announced in June. But you gotta think, like, ZA's in October, Metroid I'd assume is gonna be in like November or something, and then maybe this comes out in December, so they could be like the three big holiday games, which isn't too bad, you know. It's a lot of content, but at the end of the day, there's not a lot there that's going to make you go out and buy a Nintendo Switch 2, because the majority of them are available on the Nintendo Switch 1. Anyway, it goes on to say, focus on adventure and exploration, more of a story element, new quest system, mechanics, skilled in mechanical modification. So the only other tidbit we know about Splatoon Raiders as fact is that it was rated by the ESRB, which usually indicates that a game isn't far off from launch. But Metroid was just rated as well. We still don't have a release date for that. So these games are getting rated by the ESRB, but we don't have a release date for them. So it's really, really weird situation. But yeah, which usually indicates that a game isn't far off from launch. Could we learn more about Splatoon Raiders in the near future? And actually to this one launch before the year closes out. Let's cross our fingers and hope this one comes true. So yeah, just a bit more information about a potential Nintendo Switch 2 game on the horizon. Well, we know it's on the way. We just, you know, that might be a bit more information about it there. I've never played Splatoon, but I know it is a highly kind of anticipated game. So yeah, maybe we do get a Nintendo Direct in September, which would drop Legends EA stuff, it'd drop Metroid stuff. What they're probably just going to do now is just shadow drop release dates. They did it for Legends EA, they're probably going to do it for Metroid, they're probably going to do it for this, just to kind of get people talking about the Nintendo Today app and get people downloading it, because it's just a really good form of like getting people the news. But at the end of the day, you kind of want it all in a big Nintendo Direct, because it's a lot more exciting than just seeing the notification on your phone. But anyway, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider leaving a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out the video, the channel, all that good stuff. Make sure to leave a comment about anything we covered in today's video, the Nintendo Switch 2 game Splatoon Raiders. What are your thoughts on the latest Pokemon Legends EA leaks, the Mega Starmie leak update, and then also these character leak updates as well for Pokemon Legends EA, and then also let me know your thoughts on all the events and announcements that have also dropped for various miscellaneous Pokemon games. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.